the sky is falling because the Leafs have no healthy goaltenders in terms of their starters that have come into the season.
Right.
Stolarz and Woll have not played a single game this season together.
Yeah.
It's so now you're going to have Hildeby, who has 9 career starts, and Akhtamov, who has 0 career starts as your starting goal.
Akhtamov, sir?
Akhtamov, whichever way you want to say.
I am ready to fight to the death over that.
I know. Whatever Gordon Miller tells us on the broadcast, that's what we're going to go with. Those are your 2 starting goaltenders, and it looks like it's going to be till at least the new year. Mm-hmm. Who knows about Joseph Woll?
Oh, you just pulled that number out of your bum.
I think it's safe to say a couple weeks now you give him off, and then you get the little break in between the Christmas.
I think you sound like Steve Dangle.
You're being a pessimist. I'm wondering why you are so positive about this situation.
Because I believe in the beast. That's why.
Okay.
So I sent it to you. You don't have to put it up on the screen,
We'll throw it up.
But Myrtle tweeted this from moneypuck.com. Very small sample size.
James Myrtle of The Athletic.
Yes. Jim. Slender Man.
He loves that.
He loves it. From moneypuck.com, top goalies in terms of goals saved above expected per 60 with a minimum of 7 appearances. Devin Cooley is number 1. Dennis Hildeby's friggin' number 2, dude. He's the second best goalie in the NHL by goals saved. Goals save above expected per 60. It's a bit of a long stat.
The only pushback there is that it's different when you're coming in for spot starts. Completely, he's had more relief appearances than he's had starts this season.
He has one win.
When you are the everyday starter, and Adam said they're going on a 5-game homestand, if he's got to start 5 out of 5, I think that number's a little different. It'll either be true if he's still up there. It's like, oh yeah, that's the real number, or it comes down and that's where it is in reality.
Well, and what I have to say, one of the issues I've had, Jesse, specifically for that reason, is the passing lanes and the way the Leafs concede their blue line and how easy it is to get cross ice passes going on in the Leafs defensive zone. When Hildeby went in last night, I didn't see that. And Carolina is a team known for that. They're known for outside shots, high volume, wear you down, try to crack you, right? That's their thing. Sort of like the way the Jays play baseball. Yeah. And I look at what they did with Hildeby last night. They didn't give him much to have to work with. Now, is that fair that 5 games of Toronto Maple Leaf hockey are going to be like that? I don't think so. Not against Montreal, Tampa, San Jose, Edmonton, and Chicago. All 5 of those teams have very, very strong offenses. But if the Leafs are able to, let's compare this Montreal Saturday night to 2 weeks ago when, there was 2 goals in a couple of minutes and they snapped in half.
That was insane.
If you're able to have a scenario where, let's say, you can cut the high danger scoring chances that Montreal's going to get in half, I feel like Hildeby's going to be able to handle that. But they are going to have to pay particular attention to their defense now. And it's been the defense that has driven a lot of what's happened in the last 5 games, right? But it's going to have to be even more. And you hoping and praying that no one else goes down too.
Yeah, I mean, geez, this season is just whoever has the most guys. Like, it's league wide. It's crazy.
Injuries everywhere.
Everyone's going down any given night. It's kind of been fun because any given night you're looking at the other team going, I don't know these people. Who the hell is that? Oh, they just scored. How Leafs. But Hildeby, his game, the last, I'm going to say like 3 games-ish, just because those are the most fresh, reminds me a bit of Stolarz last year, where he's making impressive saves. They're good, but they're not like jaw-dropping that, the team abandoned him. That's a goal if any other freak of nature is in net. He's just been real solid and very positionally sound. You couldn't say that last year. Last year, he got himself in a position, and this is the only way I know how to describe it, where it looks like his equipment doesn't fit. I've said that about many goalies over the years. Garrett Sparks, I think, was number 1 among them. When he was at his worst, it looked like his equipment didn't fit. Binnington at his worst, to talk about a goalie who's been around for a while and played a lot. His equipment looks like it doesn't fit when he's playing like shit. It's the weirdest thing. But Hildeby has been very, very sound. Like, forget the goal save above expected. His actual save percentage is .919. And, I know starts are a different beast. But as far as third goalies go, you look around the NHL, you could do a lot worse than Beast.
Jonas Siegel, after the game, wrote about the Woll injury in The Athletic, and he had this update, which is the best we're going to get out of the Leafs. Today's an off day, so we're getting nothing today, and then we'll see what they want to say at Morning Skate on Saturday. But he said that the 27-year-old was accompanied by Todd Bean, the Maple Leafs massage therapist, an osteopathic practitioner, which suggests he was headed for treatment on the injury that knocked him out of Thursday's game. Perhaps a soft tissue injury, like the groin tightness that kept him out for 3 weeks last fall. So that was when Woll was leaving the arena, or leaving the dressing room area with Todd Bean.
I mean,
so there's a guess.
It didn't look. When did he get hurt? I know he finished the period and he didn't come out.
Yeah, so he was shaking his leg here, I think. Yeah, he had a save here in the middle of the second, late to end second, where he was shaking his leg.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not getting, helped off the ice or anything. I don't know. I think we're talking, like you said, I think worst case scenario, like Christmas, and he comes back after Christmas.
Mm-hmm. In and around Christmas, probably.
There's some important games between now and Christmas.
Totally.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And that's sneaking up. It's December 5th. We're talking 10 games-ish, and we're already in the new year.
Yeah.
It's not far.
But, you're Dennis Hildeby. This is the gig. Get in there, make saves.
It's the unexpected gig, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you have two starting goaltenders.
Yes.
Now the AHL starters, you're number one.
It's a little more expected for this team, though, isn't it? like they have Stollers and Woll, who are both. We know two things about those guys. They're going to stop the puck. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're going to be at work tomorrow.
And I think that's the larger conversation
at a
with
certain
the two goaltenders that the Leafs have decided to lock up.
When a few people have floated it, Kyprios, I think, was most recent in the Toronto Star. And Jesse, I think you threw it into one of our group chats yesterday. Do you trade a goalie to try to recoup some assets, blah, blah, blah.
Steve Dangle said that.
Oh, Steve Dangle said that. I don't think
on this podcast.
I don't think you can. You got two goalies who haven't shown you that they can play over 40 games in a season. And until such time as I get that a couple years in a row, I'm hanging on to all three of them. Not possible. You can't do it. And it's a shame, but that is sort of where we're at. Unless you know that Akhtyamov is ready to go. Yeah, and I think they need to give him more time.
There's no way to know until you see him. So there might be a game or two where
he plays.
Here you go. Let's see what we got. Kind of like they did with Hildeby last year. And the answer was, ooh, no, he's not even kind of ready. He's stepped into the net this year. And we went, oh, shit.
Do you think Living sat there and was like, whoa,
yeah. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, like the Family Guy impression of Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Hey, oh, no. Hey, oh, no. But let's go glass half full here. What if Hildeby is downright adequate?
Yeah.
And he does a good job, and then all of a sudden, you have three perfectly worthy goalies, and you have the enviable option of doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Or one thing you could try in the offseason, some people are like, well, what if you moved off of Hildeby? I think we even talked about it. Let me pitch something insane to you. What if you move one of the other guys?
I think you can get more at this point if you were to move off of Woll or Stollers, because there's proven talent there. And with Hildeby, it's still magic beans in that he's started 9 career games.
And there's cost control. Because I think Hildeby has one more year at it's a really manageable number. It's like 800 something.
Yeah.
But then after that, let's say he turns, let's say it's best case scenario and he's just as good as those guys. Because of the cap going up, you could be looking at a Philip Gustafson type contract where he's making over 5. Now, this is glass half full. So you're like, whoa, you're giving Hildeby all this money? Yes, because in my Fantasyland scenario, he's great now.
Yeah, that's the scenario we're playing out. Like, I feel like that thought experiment is decent. Like, what if Hildeby is good? You have assets now to go get something to help the rest of your team. Yeah. And assets isn't something the Leafs have right now.
No.
They don't have the luxury of having first-round picks they can move out. They don't have the luxury of having Minton anymore to move out. No. Like, they don't have these guys that they can trade, or Grebenkin. So they need something to materialize so that they can help the rest of the roster and trade from your strengths to help your weaknesses.
You know what you could probably find this offseason for pretty cheap is a third goalie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the...
If you had the Murdoch, if you had Matt Murray still, I would be more open to it.
Right? Well, this is what teams try to have happen, is they try to have their third goalie or backup goalie come up and challenge and maybe even push the other guy out. Like, one situation I've been kind of thinking about this season as he sort of enters the Calder conversation with his 4 shutouts is Jesper Wallstedt.
Mm-hmm.
Philip Gustafsson's locked up, like, to starter money in Minnesota. So what do you do there? Oh, wait a sec. You know what you do there? In the meantime, have 2 elite goalies.
Awesome problem to have.
Awesome problem, and you will not have trouble if you need to move off of one, going to a team, the Oilers, and going, would you like one of our really, really, really good goalies?
There's like 30 teams who want good goalies. Like, it's a great luxury, and the Leafs might just find their way into that situation through the injuries of Woll and Stolarz. These are the contracts, by the way, for the 3 goalies. Woll's making 3.6. You can throw it up. Woll's making 3.6 for the next 2 seasons after this one. Stolarz is making 3.75, that new contract that kicks in. That's going to be 4 years starting next year. And then Hildeby is signed for $841 for the next 2 seasons after this season.
I did not
know that. In 28-29 is still an RFA. So it's a little different than how you're outlining. He's very cost controlled, and he makes no money.
Bradley.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Brad loves a long-term extension for a Benoit, a Bobby McMahon, who else?
Marshall Rafai's on a 3-year contract.
Yeah. Loves those kinds of deals.
But
it works out. It's good.
Glass half empty. So he's no good, and they don't win a ton. I've been yelling and screaming, do something when it comes to the offense or it comes to the defense. I don't know that there's something to do here. Like, if your third goalie is inadequate, and you have 2 multi-million-dollar goalies ahead of him, I think at some point it does fall under the category of shit happens.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, we have 2 very good goalies. They're both hurt.
And right now, there's no reason to believe that Hildeby can't handle this role here for a little bit while Joseph Woll, if it's the strain there, he gets that fixed. So I feel like there's enough evidence here. It's like, hey, we can trust Hildeby. Go out there, do your thing. Let's see if you sink or swim, And
the Canes have been running 3 goalies for years. It works for them. And they decided to put Ranta and Freddie Anderson on the same team and expect them to play more than 20 games apiece.
I mean,
right? It's sort of the Leafs position.
It's a little bit of the forerunner to this. Yeah. A little bit.